What's the thing you wish the opposite gender would stop doing?
Stop saying I'm babysitting my kids. I'm their father, I'm parenting them. You don't say that about their mum.
F. I have accidentally called it babysitting when I'm watching my daughter while my wife is out and then was like, hey, wait a sec, I'm just being a dad.
Dropping hints. With my anxiety issues, I will never pick up on them, because my brain does not even consider a woman as hitting on me.
I've found out from female friends years later that they were dropping hints to me. I never interpreted them as hints because I was too scared of having misinterpreted them, and running the risk of losing a friend in the process. Mainly because I have no willingness to believe that any woman would be into me after the way I've been treated by them, but hey. I think this could work for both sides of the table. Have AF in conversation instead of making assumptions about everything, or your expectations of what you think the other side is thinking. Life isn't a dramatic movie and we can communicate. Most recently, just because I, male, don't ask you for snoo on the first date doesn't mean I'm not into you. Especially if I ask you for a second date straight up. And if you're into it or you want something, just say you want something. We can talk about it.
Yes. Pretty much every relationship problem I see can be boiled down to communication problems. People watch so many movies where everything just magically falls into place and you never have to tell your partner what you need because you're just in sync. Life isn't like that. You're going to have to talk to the other person.
It's literally the fastest way to getting what you want. I really enjoy when a partner who I'm interested in asks me for something, because I want to make them happy. You know what they say when you assume.
My mother does this one and it's infuriating. That's just how us women are. No, it's how you are. Stop using the "I'm a woman, that's how women are," because you can't communicate like AF in adult. Especially don't use it to justify another woman doing the same effing thing. And #X200B. Edit. Boys will be boys is just the male equivalent, and that has been replied to my comment ad nauseum at this point. I agree, it's just as pooty.
My mom does this to excuse my father's pooty behavior, like saying, "Oh, that's how men are, they have no patience." No, that's just a pooty trait of his, and says, "Men are just creeps," when a creep, and most likely a pedophile since I'm underage, hits on me randomly when I go out.
It's no better that way either. There are just people who will use literally any excuse to not take accountability.
TBH, this goes for both genders, but assuming that because I'm single that means I'm looking for someone or can't find someone to be with. Some of us just like to be single and don't mind it, not much to it beyond that.
Father, it seems like most people around me literally have to be dating somebody. Like they break up and a week later they're with someone else. I've been chillin' solo for like 4 years now and have never felt the need to be with someone. If I happen across someone and we get along great, sure, let's give it a whirl. So weird how people think it's impossible to be happy when you're single.
Buttooning I'm a child predator while in at the splash pad when I'm with my son.
Legit. I'm a dad of 2 girls. They wanted to stay after their dance class to watch an older girls' class, and the looks I was getting, sheesh.
Both genders. Stop playing hard to get. It's not cute. It's not attractive. For me, it's a surefire way for me to start being the hard to get one, cause I'm just gonna assume you have no interest and I'll have lost interest you very quickly. It's emotional and mental torture when you do this. Stop. Just stop. We're just looking to make a connection. There's no need for all the red tape and maze filled with mousetraps in between. Edit. Remove the "you're no prize, I'm no prize" part of this. Poor attempt at a metaphor on my part. Edit 2. Jesus Christ, this is my most upvoted comment ever. I didn't think it was gonna gain this much traction. Long story short, don't legit play hard to get.
I don't play hard to get. I play hard to want. Much easier game.
Please don't assume that I secretly enjoy being sexually harassed because I'm blushing. Don't point out that I'm blushing. Don't tell me I must like it because I'm blushing. And certainly don't double down after I tell you to stop because I'm blushing. Especially don't do this poo when I am at work where I am getting paid to be nice to you. I am literally never blushing because I am flattered. 100% of the time I'm blushing because I am uncomfortable as F. Edit. I just came back and was not expecting this comment to even really be seen, let alone get so much interaction. I just feel like I need to clarify that this behavior is not coming from my co-workers. The place I work is extremely supportive when it comes to this kind of thing. It is customers who do this, and unfortunately HR can't do much about them. The issue is not that it is certain people doing this over and over. These interactions are always with different people, and it happens extremely frequently. This is also something I have dealt with from customers in every job I have had since I was 14 years old. I very much appreciate everyone who commented, and your advice is great. Unfortunately, this happening and the awkward and sometimes aggressive interactions that follow are just something I have learned I will probably always deal with if I am in customer service, and apart from asking people to stop and leave the building, there is not much that can be done to avoid it. For those asking how to avoid making people feel this way, just don't live your life thinking that if you spend money somewhere you own their staff and you're probably fine. Also, to those who have been downvoted for saying nothing will happen if I don't report it, your opinion may not be the most palatable, but unfortunately in a lot of cases you aren't wrong. We live in a pooty world, and if you take that, poo people will give it to you. It isn't right, but unfortunately it's reality. Sometimes your employers will protect you and sometimes they won't. I have lost jobs for reporting harassment, and I haven't looked back because those places don't deserve me. Everyone deserves to feel safe at work, and if your employers don't believe that, they don't deserve you either. I know it's hard and it's scary, but please stand up for yourselves because no one else will. I wish you all peace and safety in this disgusting world we're stuck in. Edit. To the person who reached out to Reddit Care Resources on behalf of this post, thank you. I am fine. I already use resources that I have available for support, and I am currently in a good place. This comment was an annoying grievance more than a cry for help, but taking the time to show you care is very touching. You're all great people, and I was not expecting so many supportive comments.
Zero communication. I'm sick of having to guess what you're thinking because you think it's obvious. Grow up and say what you want, feel. Thank you.
Hey, you look good, let me get your number. Me, I'm married, sorry. You a fat bitch anyway.
I once had a dude tell me, it's okay, me too. Bro, excuse you? Flirting with me to get things. I'm an openly gay man. The girls at work still flirt with me, so I'll help them with X. Mama, just ask. But touching me and asking me for a huge favor is cringy AF.
Even as a straight guy, the first hate this. It's so obvious. Like you wouldn't give me the time of day yesterday, but now that you need a task done you're all hey and touchy-feely? Come on, how dense do you think I am?
Stop yelling at me or trying to talk to me while I'm running.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Stop trying to jab their DK in when the coochie isn't lubed up or when they don't take the time to foreplay at all. That is annoying.
Yes, and some dudes don't get that. Brew, my clit's not made out of iron, stop tubing my poo so hard. Edit. I'm not fixing my spelling error to funny.
Catcalling.
The only person I catcall is my wife. Hey baby, where ya been all my life? Hits different when you shout it to your wife of 20 plus years, winking face.
Expecting gay men like me to be their pets.
I had this female roommate, and every time I would leave the house early she would be like, OMG, do you have a grinder hookup? Tell me all about it. And I'd be like, no, I'm leaving for work.
Don't assume I have a high sex drive and constantly want my DK sucked. Yes, it's possible for me to not want to F you, and it doesn't make me gay.
I'm a married, 48-year-old, male nurse and father of 5. Please don't stroke me, grab my muscles, bum, etc. and make lewd, ooh I like a man in a uniform, or, you can stick your thermometer anywhere you like, big boy. Comments. Just let me do my effing job. Imagine if a man did it to a female nurse. Edit. The reason I say, imagine if a man did it to a woman, isn't because I think it doesn't happen to women, it's because I've seen it happen to female colleagues, and when they report it, it gets sorted. Whereas when I've reported it, on numerous occasions, I've been laughed at, as if it wasn't as serious. On one occasion I even got told to grow a pair by my manager. Please stop taking offense to that part of my comment and stop private messaging me as if I'm the devil here.
Paramedic here. I've had by crotch grabbed WAYYYY too many times. Been hit on, kissed forcefully while trying to start an IV, etc. Poo gets old. And I'm not even that attractive compared to most of my engine company. I don't get it.
Say they'll turn me straight.
Maybe you have undiagnosed scoliosis they're offering to help with.
Joke's on you, my scoliosis is very much diagnosed.
I wish people would stop being surprised that my mother was the extremely abusive one and my father was the better parent. Too many times I get the surprised, questionable look when say my mother was abusive and lost custody. Had someone who would not believe a mother would harm their children and that I'm brainwashed by my dad. Right, and my dad gave me those scars and the judge just decided to let him have us. Mothers can be evil too. Edit. Thank you for the rewards and the responses, it warms my heart to know that people understand.
In a similar boat, no matter what you say it's always the same response. But she's your mother. Doesn't mean she has a right to be a part of my life if she's a horrible person.
Sending unsolicited DK pics.
I've heard if you send one back they stop. Not only as a male, but as a male nurse. Stop touching me all the time. Women are always touching my arm, touching my back, etc. Boundaries, JFC. I've had to tell a few women to stop and they roll their eyes at me because I'm a guy. F off. Am I allowed to touch you whenever I want? Exactly. Edit. Didn't expect more than like 3 people to see this. So we'll just jump in and add that female healthcare workers do have it 10 times worse and deal with poo from co-workers and, especially, patients much more frequently. But it does happen to everyone in this field. I was specifically referring to annoying but ultimately harmless platonic gestures in this post, but it should go without saying that arm touching is not the worst thing that happens to me at work.
I hate seeing so many of these comments and posts from nurses. You're in your workplace and you're probably a people person who is good at their job. Doesn't mean anyone has the right to touch you. You literally save lives and help people through some of their hardest times. What the ever-loving F. I'm so sorry you have to deal with creeps.
Girls ask me if I'm gay when I say I don't want to have sex right now. Like, come on, sometimes I just want to chat. Why does not being horny all the time automatically mean I'm gay?
Some people think all guys only live to be horny. Edit. All. Not asking guys out. Women can ask men on dates too. Edit. You guys and gals had some lovely stories and I am so happy to have given you all a reason to tell them, smiley face. I wish you all long and happy relationships.
I asked my husband on our first date. We are almost 20 years married. Women, ask the guy out. And #X200B. Edit. Wow. This blew up. Thanks for the awards. This is my first smiley face. For those of you who got rejected and stopped, don't. You dodged a bullet. Guys do find confident women attractive. Keep being yourselves.
My friends.
Stop having weird reactions when I, a male, am on solo baby duty. Even my wife has brought up the weird reactions she gets from other women when she mentions I've got the baby solo dolo.
I was a single dad for a good few years until I met my, now, wife. I always brought my daughter into school or daycare bathed and hair done in a good ponytail or braids, etc. One of her daycare workers asked me once why her mom never picks her up. I told them her mother is a D addict who lives in another state. I'm the only family my daughter has here. Oh. Who does her hair in the mornings? I do.
If I hold a door for you, or offer to help you with something, don't assume I am sexist or that I think you are incapable. I do it for guys too. I was just raised to be polite.
Yeah, it's just called being a decent person. Keep on doing you, bro.
But you mean I'm perving on you just because I'm looking in your general direction in a public place? I'm perving on your boyfriend, fool.
Hell yeah, brother. Nice cock BTW. But Huming, I have ulterior motives for being friendly. I don't want to sleep with you and I am not creeping on you. My natural mode is friendly and ready to help total strangers. It's not the most common thing, but it shouldn't be such a wild concept.
I don't know, I kinda think you wanna F me with that post.
Well, that 38 karma is pretty hot.
Stop interacting with my effing daughters in the store, or any other public place, like you're their damn grandpa. You are a stranger. No, you cannot have their names. No, you cannot tickle them. It literally never happens when my husband is there. Only when we're 3 ladies rolling solo. Yes, it's way more invasive than a polite comment that I have beautiful children, that we're a beautiful family. That's fine. You are not entitled to force your way into a conversation with a woman alone with her kids that you don't know. It's creepy. It's scary. Don't do it. Yes, it's happened more than once.
Oh my god, this happened to us on Sunday. This grandpa zeroed in on my daughter, who is 11, who immediately ran behind me and cowered. Then he tried to give her money. No, dude, no, stop.
A skirt is not an invitation. Let me wear my skirts in peace, please.
Damn right. Scottish men should be harassed. I'm with you, brother.
I wish that people of the opposite gender would stop assuming that kindness is a come-on.
Chandler, when you flirt, you're thinking, I'm just flirting, no big deal. But the guy is thinking, finally someone who wants to sleep with me. Monica, no way. Chandler, it's true. Monica, well, that's pathetic. Chandler, again, true. Edit. In the context they are speaking, being friendly or showing kindness is more accurate than flirting. Stop waiting for the guy to start the conversation. You matched me. You talk for once.
Most memorable experience I had on a dating site was a girl who messaged me with just, hey. And her profile said, don't message me with just hey or hi. Read my profile and try to start a real conversation. The pressure on guys to not only start a conversation but also carry it is exhausting sometimes. Conversations go both ways.
I wish they'd stop taking politeness and courtesy as a come-on. So many times I've been making small talk and asked how their day was and immediately got hit with the, I have a boyfriend. Cool, how's his day going also? Finding me unattractive.
That's not just the other gender.
Men, lonely and appreciate compliments as they're rare to receive. Women, friendly but cautious with men for fear of seeming like teasers, flirts. Both creeped out by the other's extreme ends of the spectrum, ruining it for everyone else. There, you don't have to read the other replies.
Both genders but cheating on emotionally or physically.
Figure out where the hell you really want to eat at. Please, for the love of all that is holy.
The trick is to always suggest the place you want. If they can't come up with a reasonable alternative, you got what you want, and they learn they need to try harder to come up with an answer. My wife is so sick of pizza that she's actually started coming up with places she wants to eat.
Thank you for watching. We upload new videos every day, so be sure to come back for more fun. Please consider liking and subscribing if you enjoyed the video.